We started this work. We start in my previous theater in Bydgoszcz. That is work with the community. We called the book about our work in Bydgoszcz in the theater. We call this Common Theater. And now I am the director of the Common Theater, which has this theater has this name. So this is funny because I didn't know about this before. We work with people, with our neighborhood, because Teatr Powszechny is on the poorer part of the Warsaw. So we work for the community. We make social work, and we do also political work because of the very difficult time now in Poland, and because the obligation we think about this. I think now we have now in Poland, but also in Europe, a very important time. So I think we are in very important moment. I think now we are in the end of the period which started perhaps in 1968, the period of the world which the people try to be together. Which freedom is very important. The time when Common Europe starts. I think the end of this time on the world was the time when Donald Trump became president. So after the first not white president, everybody waited for the first woman. And we have old bastard, old man who is Donald Trump. So I think this is the picture of it, and also in our country, lot changed. I think now there's a time of the conservative revolution, of the shift. I think this is a kind of the revolution. This is a kind of changing elites, of changing culture, and we can feel now this very strongly in Poland because of the demolition of the justice of the media. So this is also important time for the artists. And for the also scientists or philosophers to think about new world, to think about about new project for the world, and also this is combined also with the climate crisis, the crisis of the capitalismus, the end of the time of the conquest and the time of the of the power and fight. So now the new project should be project about care, about being together, about caring about weaker groups, about nature and so on. So our ambition was, and it is, to start the debate, to start to talk about topics which are not very obvious, which are very provocative. So that's why we made a performance Curse by Oliver Friedrich, which was lot of things happened after this, and also because of this we decided to talk about fascism, and we decided to stage Mein Kampf, Adolf Hitler, text of Adolf Hitler. The slogan, the claim of our last season is feminism, not fascism, because we can feel the new face of fascism in Europe and also in Poland. A lot of ideas which came historical from the fascist ideologies became again active. So that's why we wanted to present the text of Hitler, to show how is the beginning, because everybody thinks that there is a lot of very drastical things in this text, and this text is sometimes even more polite than the discussions now. So it was very interesting to show this. There are two phases, two projects. The one project is fascistic, is project xenophobic project, and the second one is the project feministic. And we think this project is the future, is our future. This is project about care, about being together. We are very happy to produce this our two performances and also to help with the production of the performances Animals of Strefa Wolnosłowa, the group which has a place in our theater. Lawrence of Arabia, directed by Weronika Szczawińska, a very good young Polish director. That was the beginning was to invite some migrants in Poland and ask them what they think about Poland, what they think about the view of immigrant in Poland. So the director and the group of artists, they start to work with this. They do very funny, also sad and very intelligent performance. People like it very much. This is like this is very colorful, but also very ironical performance. Damascus, directed by Omar Busada from Damascus. And written by Mohammad Al-Attar, two very talented guys. We invited them and we asked them what they want to do, what they want to show. We wanted to show something which is about Syria, but which can be interesting for people in Poland, or should have some connection with us, because we talk a lot about war in Syria, but people don't really understand this, and they don't have really connection with it. Like the audience in Poland, we heard about this from the years, and nobody really know what's going on there. So the idea is about the idea of the artist was to present the performance which took place, the story which took place in 2045, so in the future, and the story is a little bit like from Orwell, 1984, about the changing minds and about the changing memory of the history of the war. And it's very connecting, not only Orwell, not only the story of the communism and so on, but also the story of which is going on now in Poland. We have something which is called historic policy. So this is idea of our right side government to deal with history, to show us, to teach children the right history, the history how they think about this history. So I think this is also performance not only about Syria, but also about memory and about history, and I think very important also in Poland now. I think we are in the beginning of the times when the migration would be important. So we are talking about, we are hearing about migration crisis, but I think this is just the beginning, because I think the changes of the climate it will cause with much bigger migration. And I think that would be a time when people will think about these times now, and about our choices. They will ask our grandchildren, they will ask us What did you think when everything was started? What did you think when you knew about about climate change, about all this thing which caused so many changes? I think this is a time of our great responsibility for the future, for our children and grandchildren, and also our choices, our days would be also the mythology for them, for the future generation. Yes, I'm sure. You know, the artists should take the responsibility for the time, because there is even if they only when they take the responsibility they do real things. So because we live from the money from the taxes, we are servants of the society. So this is our responsibility. They give money, they pay tickets, or they give their taxes for us to do this. So we should be responsible for the future. And I think we have more tools even than politicians, and even more tools than businessmen, which has a lot of money, because we have a power on imagination. And the future, this is imagination. So I think we are dealing with the dreams, and dreams make a future, because people do what they have in their minds, and we put to their brains some ideas. So this is our responsibility. Yes, politicians, they are afraid, because there's a battle between politicians and artists, And I think the difference is that the politicians, they know how it should be, and artists, they can feel how it can be, or they start to discussions. So because we are not priests, we are not politicians, so we just imagine, we have our ideas, we want to start discussions, but we are also very critical. So that's why perhaps we can be dangerous for the politicians and for their clear and tough concepts. I'm very happy that we are a part of the Atlas of Transitions, and we can meet so many people, and we can host today in the Teatr Powszechny these people, because I think this is also very important to be together and to share ideas, and also to be together and think about future of Europe.